Hello everyone and welcome again. Today we are going to see how we can register a file extension and why would we even do such a thing. So let's say that we have developed our own new text editor, and that text editor can only work with our new text format, which is let's say my data file. As you can see, I have here a file that is called test.mydata Okay, and that my data file is our new extension here. And the thing is that well, we can see the file here also. It's nothing but a txt file at this time, just for the purpose of demonstration. But what I want is to be able to double click that file so that when I double click it, it is automatically recognized as a type of file that can be opened inside this application, meaning inside our new text editor. Okay, in order to do that, I need to register this file extension, this my data file extension, and associate it with our new text editor, meaning the Project One exe application. Well, let's see what happens when we do that. Well, first of all, let's just notice a few details here. This is the test my data file, and it does not contain any icon. Okay, and its type is my data file, so it's a generic type, right? Pretty much it doesn't know what that is. And now when I click register my data file extension, now something happens, and that is this file changed its icon. So his icon is the same as the icon of our new text editor, meaning that he will automatically in this case try to open any file with my data file extension using this application. And we can test that. If I double click, now as you can see, he automatically opened that file inside our new text editor. Also, we can check this type here. It's not a generic description. In this case, it's my new data type, my new data file type, right? So that is something that we specified as a type of the file. And if we click unregister this extension, then we break or delete the association with our text editor, and again everything is returned to normal. There is no icon that associates this data file with our text editor, and we have a generic description. And again, if we register, we see how those things change. Okay, so the question is, how did we do this? How did we implement this? Well, first of all, when we double click this file, we actually need to call this application so that it has an additional argument, and that argument is this file name. Okay, and in order to do that, I'll go in a forms constructor. And the parameter string of 0 is the application itself, and parameter string out of 1 is the first argument. In this case, that argument will be the file that we are trying to open, or we try to double click. And pretty much it's the same thing. If I right click this file and click open, we get the same thing, right? So what we are doing here, we are checking if that file exists, because we don't know if you double clicked that file or if you used command line to specify a file name. And if that file exists, we are trying to load it in a memo component. Okay. In order to register a file extension, we have this register file association function. It has a description ID, the actual description of the file extension, and the name of the file extension. So pretty much what happens here is that we create a new registry keys and values that will eventually result in this file extension to be registered to our application. And this is our application, meaning if we open that type file, we will actually open our own application with that argument, and that argument is the file that we double clicked or right clicked and selected open. So this is the set of, like I said, set of registry keys and values that you need to create, and as you can see here, this is where we specified the default icon of that file extension, right? And when we want to unregister or delete file association, then we use this method here. Actually this function, and it will just delete those previously generated registry keys and values. And pretty much we call register file association, where we set my data file is the short description, and this is the long description, my new data file type. And if we right click this file and choose properties, we have my new data file type, which can be also seen here, okay, because we registered our new file extension as a my new data file type. And in order to delete that association, we just specify the description ID and the extension itself, and that will result in deleting all previously created registry keys and values. And that's it. So there is really not much code there, and can provide to be very useful, especially if you are developing an application that works with some custom file type, some custom file extension, and this is the way you can register that file extension, meaning to associate it with your own application. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.